All right. Thanks everyone for taking your time to join today's session, and Happy New Year to everyone. We've done a sound check. If you can't hear me, please log out and log back in. But I think we are maxed out now, so you might struggle to log back in. If you log out now, you might struggle to log back in because we have maxed out. So just check your audio. Let me just do the audio check again. Please drop one on the chat if you can hear me, please. Drop one on the chat. All right, so people can hear me. For those who cannot hear me, please check your audio. All right, let's get started. Thanks for joining and Happy New Year to everyone on the call. I'll start with the introduction of myself, tell you a bit about the company, what we do, and share a few slides with you. Then after that, I'll be introducing the facilitator that will take you on the journey as well with you. But before I introduce the facilitator, I've got two ex-students on the call. After my own presentation, I'll invite one to share their testimony quickly. And after the presentation of the facilitator, then I'll call the other one. Then after that, we'll open the floor for questions and answer. So that will be the order of the day. All right. Someone is trying to join. Sorry. One second, please. I'm just looking for someone this call. All right, so my name is Akin Oladeji, and I happen to be the founder of Learn with Pride. Learn with Pride is an IT training organization that specializes in helping those that want to transition from a non-IT background or a non-technical background into the IT space. Uh, Sorry, one second. The facilitator has just logged out and we have maxed out. Sorry, let me pause the recording for 1 second. Sorry about this. Please, can the admin not admit anybody for now, please? Don't admit anybody for now. I'm expecting someone key to join. So please, the admin, do not allow anyone in for now. Sorry, the facilitator logged out. I'm just trying to log back, trying to admit him in, but I haven't seen him yet. All right. One of the admin, please, if you see each one on the waiting room, in the waiting room rather, please admit him in so that I don't waste the time of others. So each one, if you see each one on the waiting room or in the waiting room, sorry, please admit him in. Thanks. 1 second. Hold on. All right. Why try to? All right. This is all right. I can see him. All right. Good. 1 second, everyone is joining now. All right. I can see him, so I can admit everyone in now. That's fine. Now we are good to. We are good to go now. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, we have maxed out, so people are struggling to comment. All right. So once again, let me just reintroduce myself. My name is Akin Oladeji, and I happen to be the founder of Learn with Pride. Learn with Pride is an IT training organization that specializes in helping people that wants to transition from non-IT background or non-technical background into the IT space. So we run different IT trainings ranging from project management to business analysis, data analysis, Scrum Master, product owner, DevOps engineer, database engineer, and so on and so forth. We run like 8 different practical training, right? So the reason why we are here today is because of data analysis, right? About the company has been going strong for over 4 years now, and over that 4 years, we've over 20,000 students has passed through this academy as well. And 2023, right, over 100 people were able to secure a role across all the trainings that we run as well. So I'll be showing the stats later on. So that is what we do as a company. But why data analysis? Why data analysis? Why are people considering, or why IT? Why are people considering, a career move to become a data analyst? Everything changed rapidly after COVID. After COVID, most companies were exposed to, you know, their employees don't necessarily have to come into work, to do their job. They now believe that working remotely, you can still deliver your work despite that you are working from the comfort of your home. So based on that fact, there are loads of remote jobs out there, right? Doesn't matter your location, whether you live in Nigeria, Ghana, Zimbabwe, when you have the right skills and knowledge, you know, you can start applying for remote jobs as well. And also another reason people are considering a career move is because of, it gives that flexibility, that family balance as well. You can't be working as a carer or as a nurse, and you want to take your kids to school or you want to go and fix your car. No, because you are physically at work, working, because you have to go and do your 9 to 9 or 7 to 7 at work, compared to an IT person, whether you are a project manager or you are a Scrum Master or data analyst, that you have the flexibility of working from home. You can take your kids to school, you can go and fix your car. Not that you are not working at the same time, but you can work on the go as well. Maybe most of the time your calendar is full of meetings. You can do your meeting on the go. While taking your kids to school, you can do your meeting. While at the mechanic place, you can do your meeting. So because of that flexibility, people think, you know what, why not? Oh, I'll pause the recording. My bad. Sorry, sorry, sorry. All right, it's recording now. So because of that flexibility that it gives, many people are now interested in the career move, to an IT role. So the IT sector is the next crude oil, now, because of the flexibility, the pay that you can get from such roles as well. And so that is what we do. We equip people. The way we equip you is for you to be able to, start competing with those who has been doing it in the industry for the last 4 or 5 years, for the last 2 3 years rather. Sorry. So it's not at the end of our program, at the end of the 5 months program, we don't expect you to start applying or looking for intern role. No, because the knowledge that you have by then, it's more than enough for you to be able to start competing with people out there as well. But the thing I tell people most of the time is this journey, is a two-way thing, is a partnership. It's not down to the training organization alone, like Learn with Pride, to take you the 100 yard. No. So the moment you enroll with us, it's like you are signing a partnership, 50-50. We do our own 50, that is equipping you with the right skills, the right knowledge, supporting you, mentoring you, everything that we need to do from our side to make sure that you succeed. And on the other side as well, you as well need to go above and beyond what has been covered in class. You need to be able to, you need to be ready to get your hands dirty. Your training might be twice a week, but your journey for the next 5 months must be an everyday journey. At least you must dedicate a certain hours, whether 1 or 2 hours, to the process every single day. Because remember, I said at the end of the program, we want you to be able to start competing, applying for jobs and competing with people who has been doing it in the industry for the last 2-3 years. For that to happen, you need to invest your time into that process as well. Because at the end of the day, your input will equals to your output. There's no film trick, there's no magic, you know. So that is what we do, and that is what we represent as well. So that being said, let me go, because of our time, let me just go quickly to my slide for the day. I'm going to skip some of them because maybe the facilitator will be talking more about, a data analyst. But what's the pay like? I'm going to be using UK as a point of reference because that is where we're based. But it doesn't matter your location. As I said, remote jobs are everywhere. The average salary in the UK for a data analyst, it's around 65,000 for a permanent role. But if you are considering a contract role, maybe a 3-month contract, 6-month contract, it all depends on the company, but you are not a permanent staff, then you'll be looking around 350, 400 pounds, 450, 500 pounds a day. Imagine you are getting 500 pounds a day, and even if the contract is for 3 months, getting 500 pounds a day, that is 10,000 pounds a month. So in 3 months, you are cashing out 30,000 pounds, and there's possibility that they will renew that contract maybe for another 3 months or another 6 months. Majority in the UK are not even getting up to 50,000 per annum. The average salary for most people, I can say 60% of people in the UK, is between 18,000 pounds and 35,000 pounds. That is the bracket that majority falls in the UK. You now completing a 5-month course, and after few applications, you are able to land yourself a role that can earn you 6,000, 7,000 a month. That is no brainer. That is a bargain of the century. And I'm saying this because I know it is possible. I know it is doable, and I've seen it work as well. And I'm going to be using myself as an example, as a testimony as well. I transitioned as well. My background was accounting. I did accounting up to a master's level. I was bored, tired. I needed a change of what I was doing back then. And the first training that came my way was software automation engineer. Remember, I was coming from a non-technical background, nothing about IT. And the training I wanted to I embarked on back then was a software automation training that involves writing code in a programming language like C#. Very technical. But I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to embark on this journey. And not only embark on the journey, I will ensure that at the end of the journey, I'm able to secure a role. And also, in the class, I'll make sure that I'm one of the best students, that others come to, not because I know it, but because it will challenge me to go and read more and study more, then come back with an answer for them. By so doing, I'm equipping myself further. To cut the whole long story short, 2 weeks after I finished that training, I secured my very first role, breakthrough, as a senior software automation engineer. And the rest is a story today. And that course was a 3-month course as well. But the funny thing is, before I embarked on that journey, I thought, me doing different certification exam will give me a breakthrough. I have so many certificates that I never used for a day. Up until the moment I stopped working 9 to 5, I never used any of those certificates. Recruiters, companies are looking for people that can hit the ground running, not with the paper that you are holding. If you know your onions and you are able to convince them at the interview that you know what you're saying, what you're doing, you have the job. Gone are the days when companies are particular about certificates. With your know-how, hands-on experience, that is what will get you the job. So with the determination, with the commitment, your sweat, energy into the process, you can be rest assured that you will be in a very, very good position by the time you finish the training. Also, for those not in the UK, maybe Nigeria, Ghana, Zimbabwe, it's one of the shortest skilled worker as well in the UK, meaning you can be from your home country. If you are good enough, they can apply for sponsorship visa for you from your home country as well. But even without the sponsorship visa, you can secure a remote job anywhere, any part of the world. And the news as well is, by the end of this month, UK is implementing another law that will allow visitors, tourists that visit the UK, to be able to work and also take up a remote job while you're on holiday or as a tourist in the UK as well. That law will be coming to place as in taking effect from end of this month as well. So the sky is the limit after you acquired the right skills, after you acquired the right knowledge. All right, let's continue. I've said this as well, you can work remotely from anywhere in the world. It is your skill that is needed. As long as you have the laptop, you have the Wi-Fi, nothing is stopping you. And we have different sites as well that, we are going to be showing you where you can get these remote jobs from as well. And it's in high demand. I know people doing 2-3 jobs together. Why? Because there's not enough people to take up the roles. Why? Because that's the essence. That is why this is the right time for you to tap into that. Get the knowledge so that you can tap into, the job opportunities that is out there for a data analyst. All right. If you are to come on the journey, what's going to be the roadmap? Let's take a look quickly. So this is changing now. This is changing to 5 months now. It used to be 4 months, but from the code I'll be starting in 2 weeks' time, it will be 5 months. So it will be a 5 months practical training that will expose you to tools, 5 different industry standard tools as well. You'll be exposed to Python, you'll be exposed to SQL, you'll be exposed to Power BI, you'll be exposed to Tableau, and finally, you'll be exposed to Excel as well. That is why it's a 5 month. So each month will focus on one tool. And at the end of that month, you are going to be given a project, to undertake based on the tool that you just completed. And also, on a weekly basis as well, your knowledge as well on a subject area will be tested as well, so that we can ensure that you are following, you are understanding, and you are catching up, getting the vital details that you need to get before you finally undertake the project at the end of the month. So that means at the end of that 5 months, you'll be able to showcase 5 different projects in your portfolios to recruiters. It's as simple as that. You'll be able to showcase projects that you've done using Excel, project that you've done using Tableau, project that you've done using Power BI, project that you've done using Python, project that you've done using SQL. There is no way you can complete these 5 different tools and you won't be able to secure a job as a data analyst out there. Maybe even the job that you secure at the end of the day, maybe they're only using 1 or 2 out of these 5. But you have 5 different knowledge that you can leverage on, So that is how we equip you. You have the support, the mentoring is there, You are not alone on the journey, so to say. Not alone on the journey. All right. So I've talked about the project as well. At the end of each month, after you complete each tool, you undertake a project based on that tool as well. You can see at the bottom, it says certificates alone cannot get you the job. You need hands-on practical experience to get the job. And that is what we focus on. A day in the life of a data analyst. You secure a job today. How are you going to survive that day as a data analyst? That is what we concentrate on. All right. Then, so now you've gone through the training, you've gone through the project. Now you can tell 50, 60% that you know what you are doing as a data analyst. But you are not getting calls. Nobody is calling you for job, for interview. Everything is just dead. It's because you are not visible in the market. You need to be visible in the market for recruiters to see you, for employers to see you. And that is when and only when they will give you a call to say, oh, we saw your CV, so. That is why this particular stage cannot be overemphasized. You need to optimize your brand. And what is that, your brand? Your CV. People will see your CV before they see you. You need to revamp your CV, especially those that will be applying for international roles. You need to revamp your CV to international standards. Aside that, your LinkedIn as well, you have to be on that platform as well. LinkedIn has become one of the most popular places that recruiters now go to add-ons, to look for professionals. So you need to be in that space as well. All these things you are doing, you are creating visibility for yourself. You are building your own brand, And also, after that, you can now start uploading your CVs on different job sites, and not only uploading them, making them searchable as well, which we'll show you on the journey as well. When you get this stage right, then you can be rest assured that you start getting calls for interviews. Recruiters will be reaching out to you that, oh, Richard, we saw your CV on CW jobs. Are you still in the market? You can say yes or no, if you are still in the market. Oh, I saw your profile on LinkedIn. I've got this also and so role, and I'm reaching out to see whether you are still available. If so, please forward me your maybe your updated CV, something like that. So you start the conversation from there. When you start applying for jobs and you are getting calls like this, you can be rest assured that interview will be around the corner. And when you get that interview, that is another important stage that we assist with as well. Remember, the goal at the end of the day is just not for you to embark on this journey. The goal is for you to be able to secure a role at the end of the day. So we are going to support you in any way we can. And this is one of the ways we support you as well with your interview preparation. We go through interview prep with you to ensure that you are ready for that interview, and for you to go in there and, secure the job. sign the contract. So we equip you, we prep you as well. While on this point, let me just mention other benefits that is attached to the enrollment as well. So you'll be getting the practical training. You'll be getting, you'll be working on projects. So at the end of the 5 months, you should be having 5 different projects that you've done. The mentorship, you'll be getting the support, interview preparation, and also all our courses are CPD accredited, meaning they meet the professional standard. And the certificate that you get at the end of the program is recognized in over 60 countries. Nigeria, Ghana, Zimbabwe, UK, Canada, Australia, in over 60 countries, it is recognized. Right. So I'm going to be showing you shortly the website for the CPD standards. If you want to research more about them, you can research more. And also on their website, if you look for Learn with Pride, you also see us on their website for you to know that we are accredited, truly. And finally, we'll be giving you a work reference for the duration that you're with us, because you'll be working on a project. So when you start applying for a job, you can use us as your reference, and we'll be able to back you up as well with that. And for those who have done their due diligence, most trainings that you get on data analysis out there, it will be like a crash course of maybe 1 month, 2 months. But because, what is worth doing at all, it is worth doing well. That is why ours, is a whole 5 months journey. But the good thing is, from the 3rd month, after completing like 2 tools or 3 tools, you can work on your CV and start testing the water even before you finished. You don't need to wait the whole 5 months before you start testing the water. After you've completed like 2 tools or 3 tools, you can make your CV, and start applying for a job as well to test the market. Never say never. Your first job might be the job you get. And the good thing about testing the water as well is you learn from every interview as well. So that when that one will come, it will just come like that. Because you've used other ones, to strengthen yourself, to equip yourself to get the right one. And we help you all the way as well. All right, the company start quickly. Don't let me waste too much of time. Since 2020 till date, I told you earlier on, over 20,000 has enrolled on this journey. Right. We need to change. This is a 2023 start. This is just a breakdown of courses, the enrollment that we did last year. But all in all, from inception till date, we have 85% of our students working. 50% working in public sector, 35% working in private sector, and 15% are job ready. And another thing we do is, so that that we just don't leave our student hanging, we have a group called the Career Motivation Group, and we hold a session twice every month. Career Motivation Group consists of all our students, the ones that are working, the ones that just finished their program, and the ones that are actively looking for a job. The reason for this is you need connections. You need this network. You need to build this network of people, of like-minded people. Because when you get that job and you are stuck, if you go to your facilitator, maybe he's busy, who do you go to next? That is why this network is really important, or this platform is really important. You can easily go on that platform, drop your question there. Oh, I'm stuck. Has anyone maybe go a few times or can resolve this for me quickly? And you have people that will answer you. Why? Because maybe they are doing it or they've done it before in the past. And also that group, the session that we hold twice a month is to, we bring different people on board. different past students to come and share their testimony. We look at what you are doing. Maybe you've been applying for a job, what you are doing wrong, or maybe you are not getting an interview. We look at different issues, to ensure that you are on track and you start getting calls and you can land that job. So we support you all the way. So your 4 months or 5 months with us, it's not the end, it continues. The relationship continues beyond 5 months. Right. All right. So don't let me bore you too much because I have people that wants to talk. All right. These are just sample jobs. The first one is paying 60K to 80K. The second one is paying 50K per annum. Let me go to the next one. This one is paying 45. You can see Power BI, SQL. These are all the things that you'll be able to do at the end of this training. Data modeling, you'll be able to do that. Querying, you'll be able to do that. Right. So for the cost for the 5 months training is £799. That's the cost for the 5 months training. But for anyone that wants to register, so it will be starting, the next cohort is starting on the 16th of this month. Right. For anyone that wants to enroll between now and the 16th, you can get up to 30% discount. That will make it 560. The 560, you can pay twice. You can start with half payment and the other half you can pay within 6 to 8 weeks after you've started. But if you want to pay once, right, you can get further discount, and the price to pay if you are paying once will be £450 for the whole 5 months. So if you are paying twice, you'll be getting 30% discount, which will be 560. 560, you can pay twice, half payment to start, and the other half you can pay within 6 to 8 weeks after you've started. But if you want to get further discount, then you can pay 450, and that will be everything you pay for the duration of the course. If you are interested, as we only have 10 slots available for the one that will be starting on the 16th, the best number to contact on WhatsApp will be the number on your screen. So right now you can screenshot that number, or you can save it on your phone. That will be the best number to contact me on if you want to enroll on this journey, or if you have any questions after this call that you want to ask me. That will be the best number to contact me on. All right, I believe you've screenshot it or you've saved it on your phone, because trust me, this will be the best investment or the best gift you can ever give yourself in the year 2024. You cannot get the bargain anywhere else. And we are not only after your money, we are after your success. That is why the journey doesn't end after 5 months with us. You are still with us, So I can assure you, the best investment you can give yourself in this 2024, 1 second, sorry, would be to, invest in yourself in this 2024 and see what happens after that. Right, let me quickly share, let me share my screen. I just want to show you something quickly before I pass the baton to Evizi. You can start prepping. I'll call you shortly. I just want to, so for those that want to, if you are looking for the review about us, feedback about us, you can go to Trustpilot. I'll copy this, and you can read about us, the feedback about us. Take your time. You can read it, and for you to determine whether we are trustworthy, whether we are, we do what we say. But you can be rest assured that you won't be alone on this journey. That I can assure you. All right. For the certificate, for the CPD certificate, okay, let me send this one on the chat quickly. So for those that wants to read the feedback, the link, I just sent the link. And this is the body that issues a certificate. that is recognized in over 60 countries. I've sent the link as well. You can exploit their site. You can search for us on their site. This is our provider number. You know, you can search for us as well. All right. That being said, for now I'm going to be pausing, and I'm going to be calling one of our ex-student that just finished in December, just to share, our experience about the journey, maybe we can learn one or two things from that as well. So without further ado, Evisi, you can unmute yourself and talk to us.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Should I on my video?
Good evening.
Okay.
It's if you want us to see your face, why not? We would like to see your beautiful face.
Oh, come on. Good evening, everyone. Can you see me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Good evening, everyone again. So I will introduce myself. I'm Evezi. I'm based in the UK. I'm professionally a business analyst. So I've known Mr. Akin for quite a while now, over a few years ago when I transitioned to becoming a business analyst. So I've spoken with him, I've used his training proud to now. So a few months ago, I started thinking as a BA, there's a technical skills that I need to have, not just being relaxed as a BA, but I thought if I could upskill to learn more about data analysis, it will put me at the edge as well, kind of forefront to technical skills of a BA in the IT world. So I rang Mr. Akin up, and he was kind enough to say, okay, I have a training coming up. These are the tools to be used. These are the training times. Are you interested? Yeah, that's fine. So I signed on since July this year, just finished December. So I had a full 5 months course training where I learned about Python, SQL, Power BI, and Tableau. We did 4. So now you're adding Excel, Mr. Akin. You never gave us Excel.
I know.
Yeah, but it was quite good. It was quite good. So today, anywhere I am, even in interview, if I see data analysis, I'm not scared. SQL, that's tip of the iceberg for me. Tableau, I'm good at that. I do struggle with some. I will not say I'm 100% perfect. Yeah, a pro. But compared to where I started this last year, I would say I've made a huge progress. It's been huge. And also, Mr. Akin talking about interview. I've had an instance where I applied for a business data analyst position. So had it been I've not done data analysis, I would never apply for that job. But I saw as a business data analyst. I know data. I understand data. So I was able to apply for the job. They got back to me, okay, we need you to come for an interview. I got through the first stage. Second stage, you sent me case study. I rang you up, Mr. Aki, remember? I rang you, I say, I would need help with this. I can't do, but if I'm guided, yeah, I'll be a pro in that. And he made it happen. I was coached for a few hours and I completed all the tasks. I went for the interview. Confidence as well that I've done this and I can deliver. So that does not stop me. My confidence has grown. My data skills have improved. I would say I've made a huge progress from the first time I even got to know what's called data. So yeah, I would say thank you to Learn with Pride as well. You'll be very forthcoming. Our facilitator was Mr. Kingsley. Yeah. Mr. Samuel. Yeah, Mr. Samuel. Yeah, that was our last facilitator. He was very helpful, very cordial relating with us, even with the assignment as well. When we get stuck, he was always there as well to give us a boost as well. So if you're interested, if you really want to have a go at it, please do. You will never have, and Mr. Anki, I've even recommended somebody else as well, a BA to you as well. Yeah, and she joined the program as well. So it's not just me. I've even recommended somebody as well to join the program as a BA, just to get the add-on skills of a data analyst as well. So that would be just my summary, and thank you for having me as well.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Yeah. All right. I hope we've been able to learn one or two things from the story. The story is, no matter to come on the journey all that is required is your determination and your willingness to learn. We take care every other thing, but you have to configure your mind that, you know what, this is what I want to do. You are sure, you are certain, and we take care of the rest as well. So thanks for that. Really, really appreciate. All right. Without wasting too much of our time as well, I'll be calling on the facilitator, Itwen. You can unmute yourself and you can take it away from here. I'll stop sharing now, and I'll see you shortly after the presentation. Thanks for your time. Over to you, Itwen. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Itwen. My name is Ian Itwen. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, clearly.
Okay, please let me turn my video. Let me turn on my video. All right. Okay. Good evening once again.
Good evening, sir.
Wow. So I'll be discussing on why you should consider a career in data analytics. I'll be very brief and concise as possible, as much as possible, so that we can have a question and answer session. Sorry, I want to bring up my slide. Hello, are you all, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, and we can see your slide as well.
Yes, we can see and hear. Yes.
Okay. So, like I said, Mr. Akin has said a lot, so I think I'm not going to say much. I'm eagerly waiting to meet, if not all of you, most of you in the classroom. We'll be discussing data analytics in details. But for the short period of time, I'm hoping that I should be able to discuss this within the next 10 to 15 minutes. It's not much. Mr. Akin has done much of the work, so he has done a lot. So why data analytics is the ideal course on career choice in 2024? There's a lot of stories about data analytics. So I'm going to discuss some of the reasons why you should consider data analytics as an ideal career choice in 2024. So I'll start with my introduction. Business have a significant demand for data analytics. There's a huge demand for data analytics role presently. It's not an exaggeration. Data shows that there's a huge demand, but the number of skilled data analytics are few. So this implies that even at starting roles in data analytics, it comes with a great compensation because of the high demand. You know, when there's high demand and there's value for it, when there's scarcity of supply and there's high demand. So even at a starting role, there's a high compensation for it. I'll move to the next slide, please. I'll try to be as fast as possible. So the table of contents. What is data analytics? So I've picked 5 key reasons why data analytics we should consider data analytics as a career. And I've also considered the 5 industry demand data analytics skills. So those are the few areas you're going to consider. So what is data analytics? Very simple. Data analytics is all about analyzing or putting together unstructured, unorganized data, cleaning it up, putting it together in a format that you can easily derive an insight and use that to advise the business leaders. Because there are a lot of data that are being generated every day. And it comes in various formats, different formats. So as a data analyst, you should be able to put the different data into a central storage, format it, put it in a format that you can easily derive an insight and advise the business leaders on the decision they should take that will improve the business performance and also return on investment. So there are 4 types of data analytics that you can use to answer business-related questions. We have descriptive, which answers the question, what happened? We have diagnostic, which answers the question, why this happened? So you're diagnosing the issue, why this happened. We have predictive, that talks about the future, what will happen in the future. And we have prescriptive, that talks about the action to be taken. So these 4 different data analyses are used to paint a picture of the story that data tells us in, and the details, and detail the next steps that the business leaders are supposed to take. So 5 reasons why data analytics is a career for 2024. Already we know that that data generation is on a high, it's increasing. The volume of data that is generated is on the increase. So when the volume of data that is generating is on the increase, that means the business analytics tool that is used for analyzing data, the demand for it is also increasing. So it is estimated that in 2025 that 181 zettabyte data will be generated. Please, are you with me? I hope I'm not too fast. Hello?
No,
Yeah,
you're clear.
continue.
Yeah, okay, please. I'm trying to see how fast I can possibly go through this so that we can go into the question and answer session. That's my major concern. So customer data has become the world's richest currency. That is what we all know, that data is the oil of the 21st century. Analytics is the combustion engine. So that is well known. Secondly, data analysts are in a high demand. I've already said that. So if you look at the salary and the progression of data analysts, Mr. King has already discussed on this. You can see that the average data analyst earn $74,342 yearly. That's the average salary that a data analyst earn in the US. And at entry level, you earn about $53,000 yearly. That's much. That's pretty much. So I've also broken this down, that the junior analysts earn from $53,000 to $58,000. Data analysts earn $75,000. Data analyst consultant earn $77,000. Senior data analyst earn $97,000. Data analytics manager earn $89,000. So this shows you it shows you the perspective. It shows you the perspective, how promising the career in data analytics is. So as you progress, as you gain more skill, as you advance in your skill, your earning power also increase. So your earning power is directly proportional to your to your skills and your experience. So there's never a time that you are stagnated. So if you look at the curve, it's on the increase. So as you acquire more experience, as you acquire more skills, as you become proficient in the uses of these different skills, your earning power also increases. So it's directly proportional to your skills and your experiences. So another thing is you can get started easily. So an ideal place to begin your career in data analytics is an online. I always tell people that an online is an ideal place to start. At Learn with Pride, you will delve into the basics of data application and programming tools like SQL and Python. So you also understand the flexibility of online classes. It offers you that flexibility, you know. So you are able to learn at the comfort of your zone, of your home, you know. So that's the advantage of an online learning, which is possible with data analytics. So the number 5 is you become a key decision maker. I always tell people that as a data analyst, you're not just there to solve problems for business leaders, but you solve problems for yourself. You're able to organize yourself. You're able to organize your life because you're dealing with data. You know, you can organize yourself such that you can organize yourself the same way you organize. You help companies to make meaningful decision, data-driven decisions. So you can also apply that to your personal life. So a data analyst is not just a key decision maker in somebody's organization. You can apply the same skill to your personal life. Okay. So these are the 5 skills that we are going to be considering in our training. We're going to be considering SQL, we're going to be considering Python, we're going to be considering Power BI, Tableau, and Excel. I think Mr. Akin has already discussed on this. So each of these skills are going to be, you're going to be given 1 month to each of these skills. And we are going to try as much as possible to be practical in our approach, in our learning approach, you know. We're not going to do much of theoretical work, though I will recommend some materials for you so that you can balance up with the practical aspects. So, but we're going to major more on projects. So I believe so much in practice because practice makes improvement. Your skills get improved on every project that you undertake. So it's going to be purely practical. So these are the 5 skills, data analytics skills that we are going to consider. And these are what is dominating the data analytics industry presently. So if you're good in SQL, if you're good in Python, if you're good in Tableau, if you're good in Excel, I think you can compete with anybody in the industry if you're good in all of this. But you don't have to be good in all of this, you know. But it's good that you're proficient in one of it. But if you have the knowledge of all of it, that's an advantage. Okay? Are you with me, please? Hello? Hello?
Yes, we are. Remember, others cannot unmute their mic until I give them the opportunity to do so. So maybe you can just use 1 or 2 to get response back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the whole idea is that the reason why, you know, the reason why we are putting these 5 different analytics skills is because we have looked into the industry demands and we have discovered that these are the key analytics skills that are required in the industry presently. Not that we don't have other applications. We have like ClickView, we have like Google Data Studio, but these are the ones dominating the industry presently. So if you're good in Power BI, I think you stand a chance of getting a good job. If you're good in Python, I think you stand a chance of getting a good job. If you're good in Tableau, I think you stand a chance of getting a good job. So if you're good in Tableau, if you're good in Python, if you're good in Power BI, and if you're good in SQL, I think you stand a chance of getting job in any industry that you're looking that is of interest to you. So we'll be considering each of these skills extensively, but we'll be measuring on the project. I think Mr. Akin has discussed on that. So there's a lot you stand to gain with a career in data analytics. There's a lot you stand to gain. There's a lot you stand to gain. So I'm going to pause here and we will unmute so that we'll get into question and answer session. So, Mr. Akin.
All right, thanks thanks for that. Quickly, let me share something. All right, 1 second. Let me share my screen. If you have any question, please, you can start to raise your hand, and I'll be calling on people one by one to ask their question. So please, kindly raise your hand if you have any question. While you are thinking about that, this is just to bring to attention those that lives in Nigeria, especially Lagos or the surroundings of Lagos. April 6th this year, we'll be having a tech summit event happening in Lagos, in Ikeja, Providence Hotel in Ikeja. And we'll be treating breaking barriers of unemployment. The theme is breaking barriers of unemployment through tech. So if you are interested to register for this event, the highlight, you can read more, you can go on our website and read more about it. Right. But the highlight of the day is, among other things, 8 people as well will be walking away with a fully funded training in any of our courses in April. So if you want to take advantage of that, please go on air to register. We have a 5,000 ticket, 10,000 ticket, and 15,000 ticket. If you go on there, you can see the benefit of each. So please kindly go on there, register, and you can send the screenshot of your payment to the WhatsApp number I made mention earlier on as well. But this will expose you to many things you don't know about transitioning, many things you don't know about tech. We have different speakers both from the UK and Nigeria that will be attending the event as well. So if you are interested, if you are in Lagos, if you are interested, you can get a ticket as cheap as 5,000. 10,000 or 15,000 naira. So this is a one life, this is another opportunity to get on the journey as well. All right. Let me go to so please, if you have any question, this is the moment you can start raising your hand and we'll take your question. We don't want to waste too much of your time. Let me start with Capo. You can unmute now, Capo, and ask your question.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Oh, thank you for the section so far. So my question is about the internship after the 5-month training. So where do I do my internship?
The internship is ongoing as you are doing the training. So that is why I said it's practical. So as you are doing the training, remember it's a 5-month training, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's assume 1 second. So let's assume you started with Python, right?
Okay.
So on a weekly basis, you'll be tasked as well to giving tasks to do to measure your level of understanding on the subject or the topic you are treating. And at the end, when you finish, because data analyst role is different from other roles like Scrum and all of that. So we'll be working with different organizations that send their data to us to help them transform and all of that. So those data will be given to you at the end of each tool. So let's say you finish Python now, you'll be using Python, you know, to do maybe remodeling or whatever you do as a data analyst, transformation using Python. So that is your project that you're working on, and you submit it to us at the end of the day as well.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Can I add to
welcome.
that, please? Can I add to that, please?
Yes, yes, you can.
So you're talking about your internship, like Mr. King rightly said. Um, we'll be focusing more on projects. So our target is that at the end of the month, you're able to do 5 different projects that cut across different sectors. Are you with me? So these 5 different projects that you're going to do is going to form part of your portfolio. Are you with me?
Yeah, I think she has muted herself. Yeah, I think that is well understood.
Yeah, so it's that's internship is all about you having practical experience of what you're learning. So as much as possible, the classes are going to be very, very practical. And we are going to deal with industry data sets. We are not going to deal with simulated data sets. We are going to deal with data sets that the industries are using. We are going to try as much as possible to pick data sets from different industries, the health sector, the retail sector, the logistics sector, the aviation sector. So we are going to try our best possible to see how we can cut across this different industrial sector. Are you with me?
Yes, yes, yes.
So at the end of the month, we should be able to have projects that you will put in your portfolio for each of the tools that we are considering. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Paula, you said you have a question, although you didn't raise your hand. Let me just give you the opportunity. All right, you can unmute now and ask your question, Paula.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, thank you so much for this great session. I just want to ask, there are 2 questions that I have got. Number one, for some of us that has zero experience in this space.
Yeah.
I don't know, I've joined a session before, not data really, something else that I was taking off. I had to drop the 3-month stuff because that going too technical, I couldn't just comprehend everything. So I'm interested in this. I'm probably to teach like ABC, from the foundation. I am completely, this is not my field. I'm also from a accounting background, and I've been trying to migrate to something, what is in current demands now. How is your company, how are you going to help people like us that we are so much interested, but we just need to be, what do you call it now, to take me by the hand. I don't want to start something that I will not be able to finish. And secondly, what is the program like? Is it weekend? Is it I don't know the timing, because I'm present in the UK too, and some of us that do this shift, sometimes the time for the classes, live classes, might not be available. How flexible is the training going to be? Thank you.
All right, thanks for that. The training days are Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Those are the fixed days, 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. UK time. Every sessions will be recorded and you will be onboarded on our LMS platform where you can log in if you miss any session to your dashboard and watch the recording. And if you have any questions after watching the recording, you'll be added to a WhatsApp group where you can ask your question from as well. So that is not a problem, but the training days is twice a week, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. UK time. And for your other questions, we've put, remember when I introduced myself the other time, I made mention that I transitioned as well. So I understand what it takes, all the support, how you need to go about it to assist people to transition. successfully. And that is why we've put together everything that we've put together. 5 months training, it's a lot. But because we want to pass enough knowledge, across, that is why, we don't mind how long it is, as long as you understand. As for taking you by the hand, holding you by the hand, yes, that is the essence of the whole thing, whole process. The support is there because, different people will be in the class. We have some that really, they grab something at, just like that at first. And we have some people whereby they have to go over and over the video again before they can grab it. But the joy of it is you are not alone on the journey. And also, this is why I tell people, don't think it is only the facilitator that can help you out. In a class, we all been to one sort of school or the other, whether secondary school. You notice that in the class, there's no way some people will know it. Try to identify those people that are grabbing it in the class. Okay. Remember, we are trying to create a community. So this is not a one-man island. It's something that, this is why I encourage a lot. It's something that, or you can chat up, because you can chat them up. Will you be available maybe tomorrow? Quickly go over this thing because I'm having difficulties. And the person will tell you, I'm not available, I'll be available. But we are trying to create that, that community whereby you don't only depend on the facilitator, but you can leverage on the knowledge of everyone. We can all learn together. If that process is followed, you have nothing to worry about. And again, another thing is, for anyone that is transitioning, the training might be twice a week, but please don't make a mistake of restricting your learning to that twice a week. That will not work. Remember, at the end of the journey, we want you to be able to compete with people who has been doing the job in the industry for the last 2-3 years. For that to happen, you need to devote your time, energy, sweat into the process every single day. At least maybe 1 to 2 hours. You need to do something on data analysis, and you'll be surprised, the stage you find yourself, even after 3-4 months, you'll be surprised. You can do it. Everyone can do it, but you just have to be determined that, what, I'm ready to go on this journey, and we are there to support you all the way as well.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
You're welcome.
If I may add to that, I understand where you're coming from. I think I've had to deal with people in your category before. It's not as difficult as you perceive. You understand? I always ask, have you used Excel before?
Yeah, I had, because I have a 2020 New Year resolution that I want to go into data. So throughout October, November, December, I've been doing some Excel on YouTube. So I think I'm like 50% on Excel.
You're not a zero level. So why do you classify yourself as a starter? You're not.
Because some of these Python, SQL, Tableau, I've never seen. I don't know what they call Python. I don't know what they call those.
Let me say something. Yeah. Power BI is just an advanced Excel.
Okay.
You will discover that most of the concepts that you have been working with in Excel is what we are doing in Power BI, is what we are doing in Tableau, is what we are doing in Python. Just that we are using a different name. Just like in Python, we said data frame. Data frame is the same thing as Excel. Do you understand? Because data is stored in rows and columns.
Yeah.
In all the different business applications, data are being stored in rows and columns. So it's the same concept, just that a different name, just that the different different applications may have more advanced features that makes analytics much more easier. Do you get it? Okay. So there's not much, anybody that is very conversant with Excel shouldn't have problem with Power BI.
Okay, that's fine then.
Power BI is just an advanced Excel. So you don't have any problem. As much as possible, we'll try to simplify it. You get
that's so important.
We'll
Thank
try
you.
to simplify. I understand where you're coming from. So we'll try to simplify it. You understand? And you, apart from the 2 days that we schedule for data analytics, if you have any issue, you can always reach out to us. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You can reach out to us. So we schedule time outside the normal arranged time and see how we can work around it. You understand? It's all about making sure that everybody is carried along. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And also the people that will be your classmates, you also take advantage of your classmates, because I believe there are some people that are not at the same level with you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you engage them while you also engage us. So it's going to be a collaborative work kind of. But as much as possible, we'll simplify it. And wherever you have your fears, wherever you have issues, you can always reach out to us apart from the normal schedule classes. Do you understand?
Yeah. Thank you. Mr. Campaign already.
Hello?
No problem. Yeah, you can just message me on the number on your on the number on your screen, please.
Yeah. I'm going to link up with you. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I completely forgot that I have another ex-student online. I completely forgot. Who has passed through the journey as well, and I believe is currently working as a data analyst now as well. Adekunle, please, you can unmute yourself and talk. Thanks.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Akin, for this opportunity. I've actually enjoyed what I've been hearing so far. Can everyone hear me? I'm
Yes,
sure that
yes.
is actually right.
Yes.
Yeah. So I happen to be one of the graduate students up there with pride. And I wouldn't lie, it has really been an amazing journey so far. Like I used to tell people that you can find knowledge everywhere. Fine, you can find knowledge everywhere. But there's this thing particular, special about learning with pride, which I'm sure that if anyone here actually engaged, you would definitely testify about it. And it's the real practical, hands-on practical training. You know, I actually got my hands dirty on the practical aspect of it for complete 1 month, because I've actually engaged on the YouTube Udemy to learn some of the Scrum Masters and, you know, just different courses on my own. But I was just in the theoretical part of it, not that I was able to work with development teams like agile environments, so to say. But when I actually subscribed to Learn with Pride services, I was able to establish my foot and my hands on a practical project from start to finish, whereby I met with the people like the business analysts, the software testers, both the project managers and the like. So it's made me understand what is called the agile environment. So I'm trying to employ everyone, not that probably sugarcoating all the whole journey, but it's just the reality that we would all experience if we should embark. Fine, data analysis, I'm not actually a data analyst, but I could say I've got colleagues as well in the data analysis aspect of it, and they've actually provided a lot of feedback. Here, I'm in Nigeria, I stay in Bega to be precise, and I've been able to secure at least a UK role that was late last year. And I'm very sure that everyone can secure that only if you have what it takes. That's it. So sometimes grace work, but the skill as well is very, very important. So I really appreciate Learn with Pride for the journey and for the assistance, the mentorship, the CV review, and the likes. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Adekunle. Really appreciate. You know, the bottom line is whatever you put your mind into, you can make it work. Those doing these roles, they don't have 2 heads, they don't have 3 heads. They started somewhere as well. You know, I've been living in the UK for the last 20 years now. I could tell you the better years, maybe for like 4, 5, 6, 7 years I came to this country. You know, I was doing all jobs, all because, you know, I believe I cannot get such roles despite my qualifications. You know, I believe I can't get 9 to 5 job and all of that. You know, so if sometimes we always think maybe our father's family is the biggest until you see some, you know, someone else is somewhere, right? And you now discover that, you know what, I don't know anything. You know, information is key. Information is power. You know, it is happening. People are leveraging on, you know, all these opportunities, you know, out there now. And it's just about, regardless of your background, regardless of what you studied, you know, you can make a transitioning journey possible if you have people who are willing to assist you on the journey, who are willing to support you on the journey. All right. Emmanuel, you raise your hand, please unmute and ask your question.
Yeah, good evening. I hope you can hear me well, loud.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, good evening. It's a wonderful section so far. Actually, my main question is to address is the cost fee. You know, look at the exchange rate between pounds and the Nigerian naira is so wide margin. Actually, it's a very nice course. I've done a little bit of data analytics using Power BI. I have a knowledge of this thing, but I need that when I go through, I said I still need to have a kind of a hands-on on it very, very well. A real data, this thing, just like what you said, we have to go through if we have to come in. So those are the main things. My main concern is just the exchange rate of the fee. You know, most of us here, the naira doesn't have power that can pull those kind of things. So that is my main exchange.
I understand. Yeah, you can message, just drop, copy the number on the screen and just message me privately, and we can
Okay.
see what can happen.
All right, no problem. That would be lovely. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, let's go to Clement. Please, you can unmute yourself. Clement.
Now, my question is simple. From what I've been hearing so far concerning this data analysis, I'm trying to see the difference between data analysis and business analysis. It seems they're kind of correlated. I don't know if you can share more light on that. And then if I'm a data analyst, can I do the work of a business analyst? Or if I'm a business analyst, can I jumble into the jobs of the data analysts?
Okay, Mr. Anki, let me answer that question as a BA.
Okay.
Can I answer that?
Yeah, go on.
Go
Okay.
ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a business analyst, right? But where data comes in is, okay, say we are working on a project, right? As a BA, I'm gathering requirements, we're collaborating on the MVP, the products to start with. If we're running in Agile, we're putting our sprint planning together and everything. And then the scope changes that project. One senior stakeholder come, maybe you are working for full-time users, a stakeholder comes and say, no, add part-time. You know, you don't just overhaul your system like that. You request for that data as a business analyst. You know, you're not taking charge of your project as a BA because you are there between the technical team and the stakeholders. Understanding requirement, rising user stories, acceptance criteria, preparing user UAT sessions, and the rest. So you take charge. What I've done personally, so take charge and request for the data. If you want us to do this, back this up for me. I want to see the data. They might say, 30%. No, I want to see the data. They hook you up with the data team. You bring the data, you understand the data. It's not even up to 30, 20-something%. You are preparing a business case for the stakeholders for the next meeting. Because God forbid you are paid a contractor, you have to make yourself have value. Am I making sense? Hello?
Yes.
You have to hype yourself, you know. No, Nigeria would say no green. You know, you have to speak in the terms they understand that you want to work with the data. What do you have? Visualize those data for them because you will be in the next meeting with these stakeholders to understand why they need to give you time. You will not finish that project on time. Why the budget has to increase and you're being paid per day. You're adding value to yourself. Add as a BA, which I have done, I've added SQL, Tableau, and Power BI to my CV. And that takes it a completely different level. Because you're coming only as a business analyst, you're also strong on data. And one of the key skills that data BA should have is analytical skills, and that's where data comes in. Even if you have a data team in the company, you should be able to understand data, interpret data, request for data. If they say, okay, work with the data team, you go work with them. You know, you're building yourself to consultant level, or you want to be a business change manager. The list goes on and on. So the BA, your skill in data is the technical skills. Elevating yourself, putting more value to yourself, you know. The market rate as well, adding more value to why you need to charge per day, or why you should be paid for that, because you're doing two jobs. And what I've said during my intro, I just did this interview a few weeks ago. It was a business data analyst. They are adding them now. And it's big bucks. They're paying. I wouldn't want to lose that because I'm a BA, I don't know data. I will lose that. No. I will apply for that job. You get my point? So you are upskilling yourself. You are having more confidence when speaking. And believe me, when you analyze data, small graph you do for these people, all these senior managers, they know nothing. They will be so amazed that, oh, a BA was able to make us, you know, the list goes on. Yeah, the list goes on. So your experience in data just takes your BA to the technical, you know, techie. You even if you're not there yet. That would be my own explanation as a BA.
Thank you, Evizi. Itwen, do you want to say anything on that before I go on?
Okay, so BA and data analytics, sometimes they use the two words interchangeably, but data analysts, they are more detailed. You know, data analytics is 70% data extraction and cleaning before analytics. But a BA doesn't really do much of that. But you that handles data cleaning, extracting data from different sources, you have more advantage than BA. Because all BA does is to take the data that has been made ready, clean up and put in a format that can be consumed. The BA use that ready-made data to advise the business leaders. But if you are a data analyst, you can easily do the work of a business intelligence or a business analyst. Do you understand? So that's the advantage you have. You can easily function as a business analyst and as a data analyst. But a business analyst cannot really do the work, most of the work that a data analyst does. So a data analyst does more than a business analyst, but most times they use them interchangeably, because sometimes you find yourself in an environment where you don't have a business analyst. So a data analyst can function as a data analyst and a business analyst. Do you understand?
Thank you.
The difference is not much.
Thanks. Infinix, I don't know, Note 7. You can unmute yourself and ask your question. Note 7. Infinix Note 7, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. All right. I think you are still thinking whether. Hello, yeah.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. Go on.
Okay, because I have a network challenge.
Yeah,
okay.
I can hear you. Go on.
I am speaking from Lagos.
Yeah.
Okay. My challenge, I don't know what it's a challenge, is that I don't know. I know that education has no age, is not a barrier to education. I am about 60 years now. I don't know whether this course is for me, or the future, whether there's a future for me in this, if I decide to partake, to join in the course. And also I want to know the you understand me?
Yes, I do. Itwen, do you want to take that?
Okay. So, I think it's all about interest. There's no age. There's no age limit. at the age of 70, you can still do it. Like I said, if you listen carefully to my presentation, so I said data analytics is not just to help businesses. You can also
No, I joined you.
okay. So it's not just about helping businesses, it's also helping yourself. For instance, myself, I track my daily expenses. I have anything. I have a business intelligence that I have on my system that I track my daily expenses and monthly expenses. So at a daily level, on at a weekly level, and on a monthly level, I can track where my expenses are going. I don't do guesswork. I am data driven. So I can say, oh, I have spent so much money in this area, I spent so much money in this area. I need to make adjustment. I need to make adjustment here. So I am more like, as a data analyst, you can also be, you can become how do I say, an accountant. You become accountable to yourself. You know, it affects the way you behave. It affects your expenses, everything about you. So it's not just for the companies and the businesses that you are trying to provide solution to. So I look beyond that. So if you can provide solution to those companies and those businesses, you can provide solution to yourself, to your home. So life is all about data. If you have data and you're able to track data at that level of daily, weekly, monthly, you can improve things around you in your home, in your personal life, in your career life, everything about you.
It's time for bed.
Beyond the industry, industry that you're going to provide solutions to. So you also provide solutions to yourself. So even at the age of 80, if you have interest, it's all about interest and passion. If you have interest, please go into it. You will make money out of it. Not just money, you will also improve. You will see that that it will impact you personally. So I think that's all I can say. There's no age limit, please. There's no age limit. In fact, in the industry, they don't even care about your age. All they are looking for is your proficiency. Can you do it? What have you done in the past? That's it. People have gone beyond that age thing, age barrier. People are looking for results. An average, a standard industry is looking for results. So as a data analyst, if you can provide results, the companies will come for you. They don't care about your age. They care about results. Nobody's interested in your age. If you can provide results for me, who is interested in your age? So please go for it, please.
Thank you, Itwin. Paulson, you are asking about the price. I don't know who is writing on this screen. So the price is on your screen. Paulson, I don't know whether you are still on the line. So the cost is $7.99 for the 5 months. If you want to pay twice, you get 30% discount, which will make it $560 if you want to pay twice. But if you want to get further discounts by paying once, you can get it for £450. So that's the price. That goes to Paulson. I hope you are still on the call. For enrollment details, if you want to enroll, secure your spot, you want to rewrite the story, this is the best number to call. The best WhatsApp number to message. Send me a message on this WhatsApp number and we can go from there. And also, I made mention for the people in Nigeria. If you're in Nigeria, this would be a best opportunity, to join us on the 6th of April, for this event. And as I said, in each of the trainings that we offer, we are going to be giving a fully funded scholarship, fully funded training in all the trainings that we offer, which is like 8 different trainings. So you might be the lucky one. Never say never. The cheapest is as low as 5,000 naira, you can get a ticket. 10,000 naira, you can get a ticket. 15,000 naira, you can get a ticket. With each category carries different benefits as well. So just go on our website. Just go on our website and read more and register for the one you think. It's going to expose you to a lot of things, trust me. So you don't want to miss it if you're in Lagos or the surroundings of Lagos. If you're in Lagos or surroundings, you don't want to miss it. So please go and register. Go on our website, read more about it, and register. Then after registration, you can still as well send your send the screenshots to this number as well after registration. All right. Olu Ogunleye, you can unmute and ask your question. Olu Ogunleye.
Thank you very much.
Good evening.
My question is, what's the difference between a data analyst, a data engineer, and a data scientist?
Itwen, over to you.
Okay, so data engineer, they build infrastructure. So not every environment needs the role of a data engineer. Basically, the role of a data engineer comes into play where you're dealing with multiple databases that does not just sit in the same environment, that sit in different locations. So what you're trying to do is to aggregate your data into a central storage called data warehouse. So the job of a data engineer will now be to extract those data from different databases, different formats, and put it in a central storage. We call it ETL, extract, transform, and load. So you can transform and load it into a data lake or a data warehouse, depending on the technology they've adopted in that environment. So once that is done, now the data analyst will now extract the data from a data warehouse and provide visual, provide editing insight, which could come in the form of visuals for the end users. The end users could be the business leaders or the team leads. So it starts from the data engineer that builds the structure, the data infrastructure. Then the data analyst now extract the data from a data warehouse. So the data scientist, all the data scientist does is building of models, predictions, models that the company can use to make decisions. So that's the difference. But a data engineer can function as a data analyst and as a data scientist. Are you with me?
Yes.
So they can function as a data engineer, as a data scientist. There's also machine learning engineers. So it's vast. The data ecosystem is vast. It's so much vast. So I always advise someone to start from somewhere. If you want to start as a data analyst, that's fine. If you want to start as a data engineer, that's fine. But I would prefer you start as a data analyst because it gives you the idea of what data is all about. It builds you up before you now move into the next phase of maybe data engineer or data science. So the data ecosystem is wide. It's wide. There's a lot of specialization in it. So data science is a specialization in the data ecosystem. Data analytics is a specialization. There's machine learning is also a specialization. There is data engineering, like you rightly said. So everything is built on top of data engineering. So data engineering now, they are the ones that build the infrastructure, while the data scientists, the data machine learning engineers, the data analysts now consume data from the data warehouse, which is the central storage. So for our country, Nigeria, most environments they don't have so much data to engage the service of a data engineer. Most times it's e-commerce and maybe banks and basically e-commerce and banks that mostly need the service of a data engineer because they pull a lot of data that comes from different sources. Apart from that, you don't need it because the cost of setting up a data warehouse is quite expensive. So that's that. But it's an area that if you have interest, you can delve into. But I would prefer you start from data analytics. It will give you a proper understanding and you can build on it. Yeah.
Thanks, Itwen. I hope that has answered your question, Olu. Olu, you can unmute. Has that answered your question? Yes.
Yes, it has. Thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome. Lucky, please unmute and ask your question. Lucky.
Okay, hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening, Lucky.
I'm very grateful for this meeting, though I just joined a bit late. I don't know if the question I want to ask has already been discussed earlier. What are the things that a data analyst are to do? What are the things, for instance, because from what Olu asked, the difference between data analyst, data engineer. So as a data analyst, what are the things, your job description in any establishment? And secondly, for one that has a little understanding about statistics, is there any correlation between statistics and data analysis?
Thank you. Itwen, over to you.
So the role of a data analyst, it varies depending on the environment. So as a data analyst, okay, if you find yourself in an environment where there is no infrastructure at all, you have to set up you have to extract data from the different sources and put it together. Now, if you find yourself in an environment where you have a data engineer has already done that work for you. He has already extracted data from different sources, cleaned the data up, and put it in a data warehouse for you. So you're consuming a data that is already been cleaned, formatted, and put in a proper format. But if you find yourself in an environment where there is no data engineer, you will be the one to do that. So 90%, 70% of your work will be data extraction from different sources and data cleaning, because you will have to clean that data and put it in a format that is consumable. Most of the data that is stored in Excel, most of them are not stored in a proper format. So you have to clean it up. You do a lot of cleaning. Data cleaning is an everyday work of a data analyst. Like I said, it's 70% of the work of a data analyst. Data visualization is the least of the work that you are going to do, because you have to clean your data first and put it in a format that is proper, that it can be consumed by the environment. So if, like I said, if there's no data engineer in that environment, you will be the one to extract the data. You will be the one to clean the data. You will be the one to now extract insight from the data and share it with the end user. But in a situation where you have a data engineer, all you need to do is to extract the data from the data warehouse, build visuals, and share it with the end user. Worst case, you train the end user on how to use this in the business application, to consume the data in the business application, from the business application. I don't know if I made a point. Hello?
I think he's come back. I think he's on mute now. I believe you've answered it.
So there's no specific work. You can't say that this is what you do. Your role is determined by your environment. But as a data engineer, you are prepared for any environment that you find yourself. What we are going to be training you people on, you can fit into any environment. If you find yourself in an environment where data is not put in a proper structure, you can step in and put the data in a proper structure before you now analyze the data and build visuals and share it to the end users. So that's that.
Thanks, Itwen, for that. Oluwatobiloba, please unmute yourself. Did you change your mind? You can unmute yourself now, or you change your mind.
Okay. Thank you so far. My question is, as someone that has a degree, that is BSc, does your degree really matters? I mean, your grade really matter when writing your CV? Maybe when you go for the interview, maybe you had a third class or a second class lower. Let's say third class, for instance. Does that really matters for you to get a job as a data analyst?
No, this is not a degree job. This is gone are those things. Things is things are changing rapidly. IT is one of those that you don't need to go back to uni for another 2, 3, 4, 4 years to go and study before you become a business analyst and all of that. That is the essence of all this masterclass.
No, I don't think. Sorry, I don't think you really get my question.
You
Okay, let
don't
me
need
take
it.
some.
I understand you fully. Your degree, your qualification doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I've worked in this country as a cleaner, I've worked as a security, I've worked as a driver. It is the least. What is important is, can you do the job? Can you hit the ground running? That is why I said your experience, gone are the days whereby your certificate will come first before they think about any other thing, maybe your experience. But now it's your experience that will come first. Can you do the job? Can you hit the ground running? Can you do the task maybe given to you at the interview or before the interview to go and do to measure how knowledgeable you are, maybe using Tableau or Power BI? Can you do all those things? These are the things the training will expose you to. So whether you failed woefully in uni or you didn't even graduate, it doesn't matter. My nephew didn't graduate from school. He's doing 2 jobs as a software automation engineer.
Okay, what the reason why I asked that question was there was this just like your own training as well, and the conditions were like you must either be a first class or second class holder for you to get into the training. That
No.
even if you, I am just saying that to get into the training, so after the training they get you company that will employ you. So those are condition that was attached to it, that you have to be a first class holder. So I was not thinking probably for you to get the job, you have to be a second class, holder.
No,
So that was that question.
Capo. Let
I'm
me
with
let,
you.
let me
I'm
add to
with
what
you.
Mr. Akin just said. We are not playing down on on your degree, all right? But
Yeah.
I can tell you that for the past 6 years, I've worked with a retail company. I worked with Conga precisely as a data analyst for close
Okay.
to 5 years. They've never asked me for my degree or for my qualification. All they asked me the first time I attended interview was, what can you do? They gave me a data set to analyze. After I finished analyzing the data set, they discovered that I could do it. So we discussed my pay. And that has been the trend. Subsequent jobs have been doing, they don't even discuss about my qualification. All they are interested is your work experience, your skills. Can you do it? You can do it, fine. What is interested in your degree? But we are not trying to play down on your degree, all right?
All right. Thank
But
you. Thank you.
in our present in today's job market, it is your skill and your experience that counts.
I get.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Oluwatobiloba. All right. So sorry. Lola, please, I just sent you, or the number is on your screen as well. Send me a message and I'll send you the other benefit, or I can say it as well now. So other benefits attached to joining the training includes you get the practical training, you work on a project, you get the mentorship, you get the support, interview preparation. Also, all our courses are CPD accredited, meaning they meet the professional standard. And the certificate that you get at the end of the program is recognized in over 60 countries. And finally, we give you a work reference for the duration that you are with us. So when you start applying for a job, you can use us as a reference. That is to Lola, but again, you can send me a message. We can have a chat and talk more about it if you want to. For Mills, where do we extract the data from? Does data analytics have any correlation with statistics, like analyzing data via SPSS? Itwin, do you understand that?
Yeah, so statistics is it's part of data analytics, but the part of statistics we are going to deal with, an average person should be able to handle that. So it's all about the mean, mode, median. I think we all know what mean is. That's average now. If you're dealing with, you want to the average, just like I said the other time. Average salary of a data analyst. So most times we use average. So those are the few statistics. This thing that we're going to use: average, mean, mode. We won't even use mode. We don't. It's data science that use most of those statistics stuff. Please. For data analytics, you use just mean. Yeah, mean. So don't be scared. But why are you scared about statistics? It's very simple. Are you scared? It's very simple. What is mean? Mean is just the total divided by the count number of anything of the total. So that shouldn't be an issue, please. You shouldn't be worried about that. Please. It's part of data analytics. Statistics is part of data analytics, but it's not the complicated aspect of statistics. The simple ones are the ones that we are going to apply to our data analytics. So the complex ones are used by data scientists, which is not even complex. It's not complex. It's just the way people perceive these things. They are not complex. I think by the time we start using them, you will discover that these things are not true. They are mere speculations. It's very easy. It's just like saying 1 + 1.
Thanks, Itwin. Please, if you have any other question, please stop writing on the screen, please. If you have any other question, please kindly raise your hand and I will call you. So maybe 2 more questions and we'll be done for the day. Again, the training will be starting on the 16th of this month. So I guess that is roughly like 2 weeks time. As it is, we now have 8 slots left for the ones that will be starting on the 16th of this month. So if you want to take part, please kindly send a WhatsApp message to the number on your screen. It's going to be a 5-month journey that will expose you to tools like Python, SQL, Tableau, Power BI, and Excel. And we want to equip you so that by the end, you are in a good place to start applying for a job. You know more than enough, to start applying for. Maybe the people that has been even doing it for the last 2-3 years can only work on 1, 2, maybe Tableau or Power BI, and you are coming with 5 different, industry knowledge on tools, so it's no.
Mr. King.
Yes.
So please, have we also discussed on the system configuration?
No, I haven't.
Please, because there are some applications that will require a certain specification.
All right, you can quickly talk on that though.
Is that?
You can quickly talk on that.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So okay, I will just share the system, the basic requirements, system configuration requirements. I will send it to you.
All right, no problem.
I'll send it to you, yeah, so that they won't have issues in installing those applications.
All right.
Yes.
Right. That is fine. All right. I thought someone raised their hand now. Has the person changed their mind? All right. So yeah, it's Obruchi, are you raising your hand? Let me see. All right. If you are raising, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, good evening all. I've been raising hands.
Good evening.
Thank God, finally I was called.
That is not the right way of raising them. Maybe that is why I didn't see it.
Okay.
Yeah. Go on.
So please, from what you said, is a 5 different package that is included in this course. Is it possible to just do one of them like Tableau? Must you do all of them, or you have the leverage to do just one?
Yeah, it now depends on you. You know, we are giving you, if you want to train you on just one before.
No, the training I'm interested in is just Tableau.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying, because one training on its own, as a standalone on its own,
yes,
will cost around 400, 450 as well, pounds, right?
So it is,
yes, so it is just us bringing you a package by combining all these different other ones, you know, so that you can get the value for your money. But if it's only Tableau you want to do, you can join the Tableau class. As I said, each month will be dedicated to just one tool, you know. So if they are starting the Tableau class, you can join the Tableau class. After the Tableau class, you can stop coming to class.
I thought the price will be different because I'm just interested in that one. I have an ongoing one. So they don't do Tableau.
Even if you have an ongoing one, why do you want to limit yourself to just Tableau?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm doing 4. I'm into 4 already.
At the moment, okay.
At the moment, so but they don't do Tableau. So that is what I'm saying. Is it possible to just at least I didn't see you guys before then, so I would have considered doing the 5-in-1 because I've been looking for 5-in-1, but I haven't seen it. So most people do it without Tableau. So I will tell you they will do separately because people don't get interested with the Tableau according to statistics. I don't know how truthful it is. So now yours is incorporated, so it's the 5-in-1. So that's what I'm asking. Is it possible
chat me up
to do just that?
Chat me
Okay, I
up
will
on
do
WhatsApp.
that with that number now on the screen.
Yeah, done with that.
All right. Appreciate.
You're welcome.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So let me just respond to it. Any other question, please? Any last question, please? Kindly raise your hand and we'll take it and call it a day. Any final question from anyone? Sorry, I'm just responding back to some. All right. Any question from anyone? Again, start date is on the 16th of January. That will be Tuesday. The training will run twice a week, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. UK time. And the journey is going to be for 5 months. So there's no hidden cost aside that. So hopefully I'm going to see some of you on the journey where we can rewrite the story together. And also, again, for people in Nigeria, Lagos especially, take advantage of the seminar coming up, of the summit coming up on 6th of April. Go on our website. Especially if you don't have the money to enroll now, as I said, we'll be giving away 8 fully funded training on that day. So please go on our website, go and register. You can register as little as 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira, or 15,000 naira. Take advantage. Make A when the sun still shines, you know. So that being said, any final question from anyone? No. So I'd like to thank everyone for taking their time to attend this session. The recorded version, the recorded tape will be available on our YouTube channel. So you can just search Learn with Pride on YouTube and click on the bell icon so that you know when it's uploaded. And also it will be shared on the WhatsApp group. So if you're on the overview group for data analysis, it will be shared on there as well by tomorrow. So that is it from us. I hope you've gained one or two things from this session, and hopefully we are going to see you on the journey as well. You said the class is Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 7:30. Yes, Mr. Olu Ogunle. Yes, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 7:30 to 9:30 UK time. All sessions will be recorded. You have access to your own dashboard. You'll be onboarded on our LMS, which is a learning management system. And you can just log in and rewatch the recording anytime you want to. If you miss, that is if you miss any class. Even if you don't miss any class, you still need recording anyway to go through whatever has been done, to replicate whatever has been done. So thank you, everyone. Please stay safe out there and see you on the journey by the special grace of God. Thank you. Have a good night rest. Bye-bye.